It is pretty poetic that we are going to have a beer while we do an episode.
I know.
On our 100th episode.
That's why I was like looking for the spilts, and I was like, you know what? We should celebrate.
100 episodes.
100 episodes.
That's pretty dope.
Doctor?
100!
Yes, the episodes are turning 100 today. They're in their geriatric years. Only gonna get older.
Aging like a fine wine.
Yeah, I was going back through and listening to some of the earlier episodes, and I was like, holy shit, man. I want to get fucking drunk.
That's why anytime I talk to somebody about the show and they're like, yeah, I'll give it a listen, like start from the newest ones and work your way backwards, and then when you get to a point where you're annoyed, just don't listen to the rest. It's fine.
Yeah, I was talking to Darman.
Oh, yeah.
I was on overtime with those guys and just talking about stuff, and I was like, oh yeah. He was talking about, actually, he was always in your building on overtime. And I was like, oh, yeah, I do a podcast with Dave. And he's like, really? What's it called? Oh, yeah, yeah, if you're going to listen. He's like, yeah, man, I'll listen to it. And I was like, just bear in mind, like, if you start from the beginning, most of those episodes, we get fucking wasted.
It was a rough start.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a new guy. I had got stuck training him on overtime, and we got to talking, and he's, into conspiracies and shit, and I was like, hey, there's a podcast you should check out. But yeah, he actually went on and, like, started listening to episodes, and I saw him, like, 2 weeks later. He's like, dude, you guys are on the money about this one and this one. I'm like, oh, shit, somebody's actually listening. Cool, man.
Cool. Thanks for listening.
Thanks,
Tune in next time while we discuss our 100th episode.
100. I was thinking about it. It's not actually 100 because we've had, I think, 3 or 4 we've done that didn't work because of technical issues, and then there's one more that's in the can that just hasn't been posted. So it's technically like 106.
No. Well, this will be the 100th chronological episode.
Correct. It's the 100th posted episode.
Yeah, when I look at it on Spotify too, it only goes back to like number 8 or 9 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was like wanting to go all the way back to the first one that I did with you, which was the Skinwalker Ranch one, and it wasn't there.
Really?
Weird. High strangeness in the realm.
High strangeness on Spotify.
Yeah.
I never look at it from that aspect. I only see it from the upload page that I used to upload. So I could see all of them.
Yeah, I think the first one that is on there that I can like listen to on Spotify is, I believe, one of the D&D ones.
That is odd. I'm going to have to look into that.
And I don't think those ones are numbered either.
No, those are totally separate.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at them in so long. I want to say it's like D&D episode 1 through 4, whatever it was. And it's like based on the spot in the campaign we're in.
Yeah.
That was actually a fun thing.
Yeah, it was.
Too bad the people we were doing it with turned into huge pussies about it. But it's just so early. 10 o'clock is early? Loser.
Yeah. Anyways.
What you know what's going on.
Yeah, I was going through, because I really wanted to go back to some of those earlier ones where we were talking about stuff that we've been progressing through, and how our ideas and how our theories or how our minds have changed over the course of, what has it been, 2.5 years?
Yeah, I think the first episode was January 1st, 2024. Yeah.
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 So yeah, I just, trying to go through and listen to some of those older ones. But I think that there has been quite a bit of shifting of our theories and shifting of
Oh, absolutely.
maybe just deeper understandings or looking at things that we had theories about before that have possibly changed for sure.
I agree. And even like the first ghost hunting episode I did before we kind of like fell into our platform of it, I think about that episode and what I thought about different technologies and methodologies, and I've completely 180'd on almost everything.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence about Ouija boards, but can't win them all. But everything else is, because I remember thinking like, the spirit box is cool, but is correlation versus evidence. And I remember thinking like the Estes method was bullshit, and some other things where I've completely flip-flopped.
Yeah.
But that's where the experience has kicked in too.
Yeah.
Actually going out and doing those things and going, okay, we're gaining some kind of evidence here.
Yeah.
So yeah, just seeing that and then kind of like looking at my own trajectory of it, of like I was in a not good place when I started at. So that's why I think those first few, I should say like 20 episodes are pretty fucking rough. Didn't help that we were drinking all the time. But then just feeling myself kind of grow into that role of like, hey, this is what I do because it's fun and I like it.
Yeah.
So that's been a huge help.
Well, speaking of drinking, why don't we pour one of these? If we can open it, or if I can open it. We got the child safety one.
Just rip her panties off, dude.
I like to be delicate, take my time with these shouties.
Shouties. Do you want to gun this? It's funny. My daughter gave me my birthday present from her the other day. And it was a gift bag, and it had a 6-pack of Guinness in it, and a bag of Rolos, and a wallet. And I was like, she knows me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now that right there is a properly poured Guinness. Just dump it. Just dump it.
It's not all the way opened yet.
See that right there? That's how you know you poured it right. Mm-hmm. God, it gets me wetter than a swan.
Swans are pretty wet. Ooh-wee.
Oh. So, I wrote down a bunch of questions. I think we should go through all of them.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
So, first question, why did we start a podcast?
We were already having these conversations. And it was a work in progress also then. It was us working together, and then 12 hours is a long time, especially, the amount of days that we have to work. And you get bored quite easily when you're just walking around in circles all night for 12 hours. And so we would have these conversations, and then, you'd hit me with something, or I'd hit you with something, with something an idea that we never really thought about before. And so it was like we'd go to break or we'd go home and then like look into it, because you're like, wow, that was something I never really thought of. Mm-hmm. And come back the next night and then have a whole new conversation about the same thing from a different aspect.
Yeah. I do remember those nights, like working in the ovens, and we're having these deep and philosophical conversations about things, and aliens and ghosts and everything else. And like, oh, have you seen this documentary? oh, have you heard of this story? Oh, have you heard of this? And it was just like constant back and forth. So we literally were just having these conversations before, but without studying for it.
Yeah.
So it's falling into this niche of being like, oh, hey, let's talk about this one specific subject, and then we can delve into it and learn more. And even the way we do it now, I think there's things that you find that I don't know and things that I find that you don't know. So it literally is the exact same thing, only we do it in front of a camera.
Yeah, but it's also, for me, it's been fun, really, like, to have a reason to, like, okay, this is something that we've talked about before. I've never really, I've heard about it, I think it's interesting, but I've never really taken a deep dive and trying to understand what it is and what it's all about and different perspectives of whatever the subject is. And just having that reason to actually look into maybe the science or the numbers behind it that support or deny the claim. Usually we try to look at both sides. So I think that for me has been the funnest part, is like having a reason and be like, no, well, sorry guys, I have to do this shit because I'm researching.
I call it school nights.
Yeah.
It's a school night.
I've got school night. I gotta sharpen my pencil. That takes fucking forever. First finding the pencil sharpener, finding a pencil.
My daughter's got all that shit on hand. I know where to get it right now.
Yeah. My kids also have all that stuff, but fuck me if I can find an eraser.
It's not even on the back of the fucking pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy that it went from like learning about these things passively. Like, oh, I caught a whiff of this on TV.
Yeah.
Or I saw like a YouTube short or something like that was intriguing. Instead, I like got into it, you know. And it kind of feels like it gives me a little bit more purpose because I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to learn about the subject and I'm enthralled in it. And sometimes there's like episodes that are, your research is kind of a slog, but then you do the episode and you're like, oh, that was actually fun.
Yeah.
Because once in a while there's a subject where you're like, I'm just not feeling hyped about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't want to do it. I'm just not amped up. And then you do the episode and you're like, that was so much fun.
Yeah. Talking about like flat earth or hollow earth, where looking into the research, you're like, this is such bullshit. Why are we talking about this? But you get into it and you're like, actually, this is going to be entertaining for sure. Like, for us to either rag on it or like really just come up with theories on the spot, or come up with like the wildest shit that we can think of as a possibility. That's
my favorite part, is like the speculation and just like, I'm going to come up with my own theory.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know A, B, C, and D. I'm going to go for Z. You know? That's always my favorite thing. Or
you just look at the evidence of A, B, and C, and you have to create a through line through all of those, and that's where the speculation comes in of like Dyatlov Pass. You know, going through and trying to create a scenario where all of these things fit together in a linear way that makes sense.
It's still infrasound, by the way.
Yeah.
That's still the reason.
Yeah.
So, what's something we got wrong?
I think something that I got wrong for sure was on the Epstein files.
That, wowzers. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
That's definitely the one I 100% was wrong.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. But hey, we're here and we're going to tell the truth like doctors are supposed to.
It's true. Given enough evidence, you should be able to change your mind and just say, I was wrong.
Yeah. Wrong.
Wrong. You're wrong.
So that one for sure.
Oh, that one hurts to think about. Because I was thinking about like the reframe of mindset in the ghost hunting thing, and then kind of like the early episodes of Men's Mental Health where I was kind of bitter and angry and like thinking about my trajectory, and then you come in with Epstein. Fuck! I was so wrong.
Yeah, every time I'm like scrolling through the playlist, I'm like, we should redo that.
Oh God, there's so many I do want to redo. Like the first one we did together, Skinwalker Ranch. Mm-hmm. That's one that I do want to do again. But there needs to be a reason to do it, not just because we want to do it. Like there needs to be something to add to the conversation, I think.
Yeah.
And that's where the new season of Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch is coming out. Like, I want to finish that and then come at it again. Not to like put the focus on that show, but take everything we've learned from that show with everything we've learned about Skinwalker Ranch since then and just put it all back together. And
yeah.
Try it again.
Also, just all of the things that we've learned that surround the topic of what might be going on there. I think that a lot of people look at it as just this thing that's happening there, but I think that it's something that's heightened there in that place. But I think that it's something that is more prevalent everywhere. It's just not really observed or talked about. Or
plus looking at it through the lens of what we know about like Bradshaw Ranch now, or some of the other high strangeness in Arizona.
Yeah.
And the 4-state plateau and shit like that. Like, I think there's ground to cover.
Yeah, and it comes into play in the next episode that we're doing too. I think in some of the research that I did was kind of touches on that.
I went balls deep on that one.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it. Okay. What's the hardest part about keeping going?
Really is just timing. It's always harder, it seems like, in the summertime to nail down times where we can get together and record, and finding the right topics, or like it just seems like so much busier during the summertime.
Yeah, that is definitely the hard part. Lining up schedules, like you said, during the summer, because it's like so this is our third summer doing it, and you can see that's where all the lulls are, where there's like 2 or sometimes 3 weeks and there's no episode. And we were pretty good about it on year 2 of like, hey, we've got all these things during the summer, let's go really hard at it like April, May, and early June, and we'll just slam out episodes.
Yeah.
And so that there was a more consistency, but the episodes themselves suffered a little bit, because it's like, we do this and we normally do like 2 at a time. Mm-hmm. But when you try to cram in 3 or 4 in a day, you're not going to remember everything. Even your notes are going to be spotty.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would rather not put one out than put one out and go, I don't think we did very good at it.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, like, doing podcasts, people that have never really done it, I mean, you for us anyways, we try to research and try to remember. We try to have just a conversation between you and I about what we've looked at and what we've learned, ideas that we have about it. And we don't write like a script like you see in a lot of podcasts where they have a script and they just read from the script. So keeping all of that stuff in your mind and talking about it for like 3-4 hours is draining. Like by the end, you're just like, ugh. Anyway, I'm old, and so my brain is just fried at that point of like trying to keep my mouth working.
Trying to keep my mouth and brain connected.
Right.
But yeah, and it goes back to what you were saying, like, we were having these conversations before, so that's why when we started doing this, I couldn't script it. I couldn't just be like, oh, I'm going to write this well-worded script and just read it verbatim. That just defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't feel natural. And if you want a scripted podcast, there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Like, this is more about the personality behind a podcast.
And so many times that we've been in the middle of the episode, we'll have a breakthrough and solve the mystery on the spot. And it's nothing that like was premeditated or anything, but it's like talking it through, and then we realize what we're trying to solve.
And I love that.
And we pull the fucking mask off, and it was Old Man Henry the whole time.
Would have got away with it too.
Wasn't for those.
If it wasn't for those meddling doctors. Yeah, I love those moments, or like we'll have one of these just profound, like one of us will espouse a theory to the other one, and
Eureka!
that's it.
Yep.
Fucking, we're done.
Yeah.
Tapping out.
Cut.
10 minutes in.
Yeah. Bring the block in. Chop.
So, the other hard part about keeping it going is, and maybe it's just my own thing, but like not getting the views and the listens, because I think we were at like 4,000 something of actual downloaded episodes, which is not a lot, especially given we're almost 3 years in. And it's like the social media clips, it's 10,000 views in a week for 4 or 5 clips. I really wish more people would actually listen to the show instead of just go, hey, I like your podcast. Like, no, you like the social media clips, which is fine. But I was hoping that would drive traffic into the actual episodes. But it's that kind of like, not, I want the attention. It's, I want the views to go up so we can make money on it,
So I haven't ever noticed, is there a link to the episodes on those clips?
There is on the main pages, but not in each clip. One thing I do need to get better about is citing which episode it comes from. So, but still, like, social media clips, they get a lot of traction, they get a lot of views, but it's like I really want people to actually listen to the show, and so they can see it's not like the same basic formulaic podcast that everybody else is doing. Like, I feel like what we're doing is different and more unique than what a lot of people do, and it's not like an accolade thing. It's really that you put in the work, you kind of want to get that traction coming back.
Right.
But either it'll happen or it won't. Still do it for the love of the game.
Yeah. I do it because it's an exercise in, like I said, for me it's more so having a reason to take a deeper dive on these subjects that we're both interested in, and so like I come out of it with a different understanding of whatever it is, and I really actually take that into my daily life of like thinking the way that I think about things, or the way that I try to talk to my kids about things, and like try not to give them any like bias one way or another on different things, but presenting them with different ideas that might be a little outside the norm of what most people are taught.
And I've kind of adapted that too, where instead of having my older thought process where everything's black and white, where I've got my mind made up and that's what it is, I have that same thing where you try to look at things from different perspectives and connect it through different dots and try to be unbiased about things. So it's unique how that's kind of like changed both of our perspectives in the same way.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It is cool.
So, what episode changed your mind?
I was thinking about that, looking through a lot of the episodes. I actually went back and started listening to the telepathy ones again. And so it was like, not just that episode specifically, but the episodes around that time when we're talking more about consciousness really opened up my mind to like change the view of how I thought about stuff. the possibility that it is the consciousness that is the reality instead of the physical that we see and experience. It's actually the consciousness that's more important.
I agree. I think once that kind of topic came about, like post-telepathy tapes, where we start talking about consciousness as a whole and going into like the weeds on that and astral projection and remote viewing and all that, I had the same kind of thing where it was like, there's no going back after this.
Yeah.
Where your pineal gland was open.
My third eye
Opened up.
Third eye was open, not the brown eye, just the third eye.
Could have been open too.
Well,
I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that really kind of like changed my whole trajectory about thought process and how I perceive things. And same thing. It just, delving into that subject changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that definitely changed my mind.
Yeah.
Because it didn't just change my mind in terms of how I think about things, but how I perceive reality and how I perceive myself and interactions you have and everything else. Like it really does just change your entire landscape.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Yeah. So what episodes would you like to redo?
I mean, I talked about the Skinwalker Ranch one. I would like to take another crack at women's mental health, given my own different perception and mind frame that I have now.
Mm-hmm.
Also being more mature and less wounded. I think that's something I would like to revisit. But again, you need to have women in on that conversation.
Yeah.
It'd be like having women talk about men's mental health like you're just reading it off a page, you know?
Right.
You don't really understand that because you don't live through it.
Yeah.
So have to have women on that. Let's see. Because there is a couple where I felt like we just kind of missed the mark just barely, but they're so few and far between. But yeah, women's mental health. The Skinwalker Ranch one I would like to redo as kind of like a redux, you know, like we could throw the old one away. We got this one now. Yeah. What about you?
Like I said, I don't necessarily, I wouldn't want to redo an episode because I do like the witnessing of growth or the witnessing of a change of perception. Mm-hmm. Revisiting some
Maybe
of them.
that's a better word for it than redo.
I would, so many of them that we just like left so much stuff out or didn't get to or forgot about, or you can go back and touch up on some of these things. But like we could do more episodes on the telepathy tapes now that it's been a while and there's been more stuff coming out about them or whatever. We could even do another episode on the Knights Templar because there's so much shit in there.
I think that's the hard part because you spend sometimes weeks researching, right? And then you have this like plethora of information, and then you go to record the episode and so much of it gets lost in translation or never even brought out. And there's even times I'm editing the episode like, man, that would have been a perfect time to throw in XYZ thing or whatever. You can never put it all in there. It would be like a fucking 9-hour episode. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get people to listen to a 1-hour episode. Yeah. But yeah, so I think some of them, I don't want to say bear repeating, but some of them require a revisitation, especially given new information like the Epstein one.
Right.
That's definitely one that needs a revisit because there's so much we got wrong.
Yeah. And there's definitely episodes that we do revisit, like UAPs and high strangeness in different areas. Disclosure.
But that's also, disclosure itself is one that it's an ever mutating thing.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like that needs a revisitation every so often.
Yeah. And as new information comes out, the narrative kind of changes or shifts. And so we have to look at it from a totally new perspective of just like one of the first ones we did talking about UAPs and aliens. It was like definitely aliens from outer space, and now this whole paradigm has shifted of all these people, whistleblowers or something, coming out and saying actually they're interdimensional beings instead of extraterrestrials. And so the main narrative in the pop culture of UAPs is shifting.
Yeah.
And so now we really have to look at it from a different lens, and I think that we have been, but if you look at the different episodes of UAPs, we talk about totally different shit.
Yeah, and that's like the perfect metaphor for the start to where we're at now, where, like you said, we started talking about aliens as just extraterrestrials from another planet, and now we've kind of warped into space of interdimensional, extra-dimensional time travelers,
yeah.
fucking under the water, like just this entire huge gamut that we went from this one little point to this whole galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with ghosts, you know.
Yeah.
When we've talked about paranormal stuff in the past, we think about it as ghosts as like a deceased person, and we've run through this gamut of demons and astral projection and sleep paralysis demons and different planes of existence, and it just like
shattered parts of your own psyche that haunt you, maybe.
Stone tape theory.
Yeah.
Like, is your own consciousness the ghost?
Yeah.
You know, so it's, I love that paradigm of going from this little keyhole perspective of a subject to, we just open the fucking door and walk right through.
Yeah.
Which, it's wonderful, and I love it.
Yeah. I concur.
How do you research?
It depends. I usually will try to, like, whatever the topic is, I'll look through, there's certain, like, key podcasts or key things that I try to listen to for various different genres of whatever it is we're looking at, or ghost hunting, there's I try to take from my own experience, but then go through, like, more reputable sources like Ghost Hunters, mm-hmm. as opposed to like Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
If it's like UAP stuff, Y-Files, and my main go-to for anything UAP is American Alchemy, because that guy Jesse Michaels has like a crazy brain that just spouts information.
He is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm honestly going to say, like, within the kind of podcast documentary realm of high strangeness, like, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
As much as I really love AJ and the Y-Files and Hecklefish and all that, I think Jesse Michaels is just a cut above, because it's less entertainment value and more informationally biased, you know? Because it's like with the Y-Files, you'll get the kind of the AI clips and the jokes with Hecklefish, but Jesse Michaels is just like boom, 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 one after the other.
Yeah.
It's like getting in a ring with Mike Tyson. It's just a barrage of information.
Right.
And I love that.
And so usually when I'm listening to his podcast, whatever subject that is that he's talking about, I'll usually have to, like, he'll say something and I'll have to stop and then look that up, get some information about what he's talking about, and then go back to it so I can understand what he's... I mean, most of the time I have the gist of what he's talking about, and I've heard what he's talking... Like, I have some knowledge of what he's talking about, but it really helps to get... He gets to a point, and then I'll just go back and research all the things that he's said, just like Googling and finding information about who these people are, what their titles were, and mm-hmm. how they played a role in the subject that he's talking about. And then go back and then start listening again, get another maybe 20 minutes into it, and then stop, go back and look at all this stuff. So listening to a podcast of his, which is probably hour and a half, 2 hours of him having a conversation with somebody or giving like a monologue of whatever it is, it'll take me 5 or 6 hours because I'm stopping and going back and looking up all these different things to understand what it is that he's talking about.
I have the same thing when I listen to him. Because I try to listen to it with my notebook in hand, and I constantly have to pause it because, oh fuck, that name sounds familiar. Pause, write that down so I can revisit it later.
Yeah.
And I kind of get like a homework list of things to look at and understand. And then oftentimes I have to listen to that same podcast again, knowing what I know now.
Yeah.
Because now I have the context. It's like the one you sent me about Bryce and Brent.
Two producers?
Yeah, I think I listened to that one 3 fucking times. Just because I'm going, like I'm writing shit down, and then I go through and I'll look up all this different stuff, come through and listen to it again.
Oh my gosh,
It's like, oh shit, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
You know? And then I'll listen to it one more time in preparation for another episode. And God, and it's so rapid fire too.
Yeah.
And it's just one thing after another that you go, fuck.
Slow down!
I'm trying to follow you. Yeah, I do a lot of podcasts. I do a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. So we've talked about it before, where we have to take one side and then take the opposing side also and look at it from both angles, and then so you're not just getting a biased thought about, because you've been force feeding yourself all this information in one narrative, you have to go to the other side and also kind of bounce back and forth just to keep that like even keel.
Well, I think once you do that, you look at it as like, okay, this side has 100 talking points and this side has 100 talking points, and you find so many of them just cancel out.
Yeah.
And then you're left with like 10 on each side, and they're all factual.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't mean one side is right and one side is wrong. It just means both sides have 10 factual points.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, it's. I wish I had the time to just read more books and shit. But dude, it's 2026, man. Somebody's already read it and will give a dissertation on it in 20 minutes, and you can listen to it.
Yeah.
And there's times I'll look up excerpts from a book, but I just don't have the time to sit and read 7 fucking books to prepare for one episode.
Yeah.
And I've caught some shit about that from people who don't actually read books. And I'm like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, there's so many episodes where like, oh, you should, in this book, and then they talk about the book, like, fuck, man. That's like 10 books in this one podcast that I have to read. So I'll go through and get cliff notes on what the book is talking about and how it explains certain shit. I try to read some things, but like I said, I don't really have time. Kara was talking about that the other day. She was like, how come you don't read? And I was like, I try to, but I just don't really have time. Like, work 12 hours. My commute is like an hour and a half total. So that's 13 and a half hours. I go to the gym for like an hour and a half. So that's like 15, 16 hours gone for my day. Try to sleep for 8 hours, and that's it. That's 24.
And it's damn near impossible to read at work.
Yeah.
One thing I will add to this whole how do you research note is I think something that actually kind of helped find the footing here is when we were doing the research for Hans Holzer, and I must have listened to 12 or 15 podcasts. They were all almost identical. And that's where that really defined for me of I don't want to do the scripted thing for sure.
Yeah.
Granted, that was only like halfway through this trajectory we've been on, but it really just like set in stone of I don't want to come out here and give all the information. The speculation, the theorizing, like that's where the bread and butter is.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to hear about Hans Holzer's life from start to finish, there's 12 to 15 podcasts out there.
Probably just watch a documentary. There's probably one out there.
I'm pretty sure they all read from the same script too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just like was such a defining moment for me to go, That's exactly what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because if everybody else is doing it, why would I want to do it?
Yeah. One thing that I've been doing also is asking ChatGPT of what, like whatever the subject is, like asking the question to ChatGPT just to see what the overall consensus might be in there, and then kind of challenging that in my own mind and going through and like taking that as a reference point to I don't know, either confirm or deny like different aspects of whatever it's saying, different avenues to take and take a look at. But I did chat GPT what is the Dave-inci's Code podcast about. And it actually was pretty spot on.
Really?
Yeah. It's a freestyle conversation podcast where they talk about conspiracy theories, ranging from paranormal investigations, UAPs, high strangeness in different areas. But it's more of a comical type thing, more ordinary conversation style. It's not scripted. I was like, hey, that's pretty good.
I dig it.
Yeah. And it was like comparable to the Y-Files and it was like 2 other podcasts.
Oh,
I was
what?
Like, oh shit! ChatGPT said it. Boys and girls.
We're in the same sentence as the Y-Files. Fucking A. We made it.
Yeah.
We made it. We're in the upper echelon.
Even with that and us being doctors and all, I just am heartbroken that people just still don't believe in us.
That's okay. It's okay.
You know what that was, right?
That was not a Ghostbusters line.
No, it was that DJ Khaled thing that you sent me.
Oh. Totally forgot about that. You even did the sip thing. That was good. That was good.
That was premeditated. That was just me showing my acting skills.
It's way better than DJ Khaled's.
And it's like, dude, this sounds familiar, like a fat guy that just wants people to believe in him. Isn't there another guy that does that already? Santa Claus?
You got a point. So let's see. What beliefs have changed? I think we covered a fair amount of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
What beliefs have been reinforced?
So I always had this belief, or this theory in my mind, that perhaps the spiritual and the UFO, like alien type thing, have always been the same thing. And so now, like, doing all this, like, interdimensional being stuff, and we've talked about it multiple times, it's just the lens that you view it from, like, whether it's a religious thing or more of a scientific lens that you're looking through of what you're going to use, what terminology you're going to use to describe whatever it is that you're talking about. To me, it seemed like it was very similar things. And so I think, to me, that has reinforced that belief of, like, so much of it just comes down to consciousness and how attuned we are to perceiving different things. And whether you see that and think of it as a ghost, or see that and think of it as an alien, or see that and think of it as a demon or an angel, or whatever it is that you're getting from it, I believe that that in itself is part of your consciousness and part of your experience of, like, experiencing the consciousness.
That's pretty profound. I think for me, the belief that's been more reinforced to me, this isn't actually about any specific topic, it's more about the kind of socioeconomic nature of the things that we talk about that most people don't even consider in their own, whether it's day-to-day life or when they're feeling deep and philosophical, they don't think about things like consciousness or the true nature of UAPs or what paranormal activity really is. It's so many people kind of like have this blinder system, just walking through life, and it reinforces to me that those people maybe just don't want to learn about anything. They kind of want to just like live in their little bubble. And I think understanding these things from the perspective we have has made me a better person, because I'm more open-minded and I'm more like willing to explore not only these topics but myself, and more willing to grow and learn and say my position has changed given new information. And so it kind of reinforces to me that some people don't want to learn, they don't want to grow, they don't want to look at themselves or let information change them. Yeah. And that's not me being like, I'm so much better than you because of what I do. It's just being open-minded, whereas a lot of people, they really aren't. Yeah. And it's kind of sad.
Yeah, there was one thing that I heard, I want to say it was on one of the Basement episodes, I can't remember who it was that was talking about it, but he was saying that if you look at it from a point of view of God created everything and we're all a part of God, then we're all connected. We're all the same. If you look at it from a scientific point of view, where they say the universe originated from a single point and expanded out in the Big Bang, then we're all made of the same molecule that erupted into the Big Bang, and so we're all share the same molecules. We're all the same. We have the same consciousness. Describing the same thing, just in a different vernacular, right? Yeah. So some people just don't think about that, but if you think about that and you put that into your daily life, you can understand why somebody is acting the way that they're acting towards you, or why somebody is having feelings about something, and you can try to better understand they're just having emotions and they don't know how to deal with this situation or whatever it is. But for me, it totally changed the view of like giving people room to, experience that for themselves. And I'm okay with that. Like being okay instead of like, fuck that guy. Like, well, he's, attached to the physical right now. He can't see past this physical reality and see the world for what it actually probably is. Yeah.
It's like I said before, I just try to understand that people are doing the best they can with what they have in that moment. Sometimes people just aren't operating with all the tools they need. Yeah. But if you don't want to go seek those tools, it's on you. Right. But even with putting that perspective onto me, there are times like I get shitty and I'm like, hey, fuck that guy, he's stupid or whatever.
Oh, me too, yeah.
But, that's the best I can with what I had in that moment.
Not saying that I don't do that and I don't get attached to that physical nature of the world and right here and right now. But for the most part, I try to keep myself and my mind open to what is actually going on. Yeah. And having an open mind and just observing and experiencing things as they come and what happens.
You're just tapped into the Christos.
You know what? That was a big thing. Like hearing that, I was like, dude, that's what I've been trying to like. The whole point of life is the experience, and it's you can't really do. I mean, you can do certain things to make the trajectory go in a certain direction, but things are always going to happen that are outside of your control, and there's no point in really worrying about that or like stressing about, especially things that have already happened. You just have to let it go. Yeah. So, I don't know.
What is the biggest misconception of us?
That we're Nazis, probably.
I was torn between Nazi and misogynist.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Yeah, because I get accused of both, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
we're neither Nazis nor misogynists, but
a lot of the stuff that we say could be taken out of context for sure.
it does get taken out of context. That's the problem.
Most of the stuff that we talk about, we're being facetious or joking around, like we're exaggerating to play the fact of like how absurd that is.
Yeah, I like to, personally, I just take the piss out of everything.
Yeah.
Even, you think about Nazism, it's such a heavy, hot button subject that most people are still scared to talk about it. Like, dude, it's been fucking decades, we're okay. But making jokes about it and, you know, like, have you seen my friend Zeke? He's about this high. You know, you're just taking the piss out of it because it's like, you seriously expect me to take it seriously now?
Yeah.
If I had to make a list of 1,000 things that were a big problem with this planet right now, Nazis would not make the fucking list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just, I don't take a whole lot of things seriously anyway. So when somebody wants to say, like, oh, you're a Nazi because you were looking into Nazi lore, like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're stupid.
So historians are also Nazis because they're researching the Nazis?
Does that mean, like, people who study serial killers are themselves serial killers? There's just no logic with that, any of it.
No.
It really goes back to that kind of liberal mindset, you know, when we've beat this one to death, but Nazi equal bad, therefore you shouldn't talk about it, you shouldn't joke about it, you shouldn't look into their history or the lore or anything like that, because now you're a sympathizer.
Yeah. They say that the easiest way to repeat history is by forgetting about it, like...
Those who fail to understand history are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
It's fucking reality.
Yeah.
But yeah, that and misogyny, and I've had to think about that one a lot recently, and I think I figured out where that comes from, where people think that just because you can be critical of something, that automatically means you dislike it or you hate it. So I can be critical of a woman's behavior. That doesn't make me a misogynist. That just means I'm thinking critically.
Well, yeah, I think that you're equally critical, you equally think critically about people's behaviors, whether they're a man or a woman.
Yeah.
On both sides, but it seems
just funnel
more...
it through.
People think it seems more hateful if a man is saying that about a woman as opposed to a man saying that. Like, we talked hella shit about the fucking manosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't catch anything for that.
No. In fact, there was some praise for that one.
Yeah.
But it's like...
That's sexist, dude.
That's super sexist. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. But, you know, it's no different than any other subject. It's just, it's easy to correlate misogyny, the whole, like, the aspect of I could be critical of X, Y, or Z that has to do with women, but because misogyny is such a hot button issue, you automatically catch that label.
Right.
Versus if I'm, let's say, critical of, I don't know, different editing softwares, it doesn't mean like you're pro Adobe or anti Adobe, it just means you're critical of editing software or different brands of cars or whatever it is. It's just easy to go, you're a misogynist, which typically means I don't like what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
I don't agree with you, therefore you hate women.
Exactly. It's like...
you fucking Nazi.
You fucking Nazi misogynist piece of shit. We're gonna throw a racist right in
just
there too.
Shave your mustache into a little fucking Hitler stash.
Couldn't do it.
That mustache is not coming back, I don't think.
Ever.
I don't think it should. Charlie Chaplin pulled it off pretty well, but that was about it.
Yeah. Now it's kind of that, you ever see, like the one Mexican dude in Tombstone, it's like shaved right down the middle, but he still has the handlebars.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the opposite Hitler.
Yeah.
It's like inverse Hitler.
Anti-Hitler.
Fucking silly. Just grow a full mustache or none at all. Yeah, it's being critical of something. And this has been my thought recently. If you can be critical of something, but somebody's always going to take it wrong because they're going to think you hate it because they don't agree with you. But it's also easier to dismiss you with terms like, racist or misogynist or whatever, so that they don't have to try to entertain the conversation, because a lot of people, they just don't want to think.
And I think so many people are so used to people in person being nice to them for the sake of being nice. Mm-hmm. And so they have this misconception of thinking that if you disagree with me, you don't like me. And so they take it personally. And it's like, no, I'm not saying that I don't like you. I just don't have that same belief. I like you just fine.
Yeah.
I just don't agree with that. Whatever you just said. That's fine. That's okay.
That's okay. Genuinely. Honestly, more often than not, if somebody just says I don't agree with you on whatever it is, like, I respect that. I respect that so much more than going behind my back and saying I'm a fucking Nazi or a misogynist.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that...
I disagree. I think people should just call you a Nazi or a misogynist.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, every time that you've said that people think that we're Nazis, it's just like, what?
It's baffling.
Yeah.
It's baffling. Worse things have been said about me, though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Stitch told me that somehow that we're Nazis, and I was like, wait, what? First of all, you never even listened to episode any. Where are you getting this information? That's just what people are saying.
I know exactly where it came from.
Yeah.
I can track the entire genesis.
Does this person eat any type of meat at all?
Dude's wieners, yeah. So what has this podcast taught you about yourself? I think we kind of already covered that one.
Yeah.
Consciousness and critical thinking and...
the power of manifestation.
Telepathy. All of that.
All of it.
It's wonderful. What do you hope listeners take away?
I don't know. I think that for me, it's just people taking away the same reason why I like to listen to the Y-Files and American Alchemy is taking away an interest in something that I didn't have before or was unaware of before, and enough interest that I want to look into it more, to educate yourself on different topics, whether it be a serious topic or even something like Dave-inci is crazy. Like,
what? I had no idea.
Like, who the fuck is this guy? I gotta look him up. Wow, this guy is fucking nuts.
Fucking bananas.
No, so yeah, I think that, yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. I hope people take away a curiosity.
Yeah.
Because most of the time when we do these subjects, it's like 25 or 30% information, give or take, and then the rest is kind of just us riffing on it. Mm. So if somebody, listens to an episode and goes, well, there's some comedy and some humor and there's a little bit of information and some profound thoughts and speculation, like, cool, I was really entertained by that, but I'm going to go look at this subject on my own now.
Yeah.
And that's all I really want people to take away is just like, I think you said it recently, of if this is the show you're listening to for facts and information, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that paradigm. It's like, yes, we are throwing out facts and information, but it's only this much of the show,
Yeah.
Gain that curiosity and do your own research and formulate your own opinion. I just wanted to keep you entertained for an hour.
Yeah. Walk on the treadmill, have a laugh. I was actually at the gym this morning walking and I was listening to I want to say it was the Ouija board episode. I can't remember what we were talking about, but there were several times where I don't remember the conversation hardly at all. But I had a few good laughs just listening to it.
I think I enjoy that because I don't listen to it much anymore, just because like do the episode, I was there and then I edited it and then I put it on. But every once in a while I kind of like just pick a random episode and I turn it on. I'm like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
This is like being a fresh listener.
Yeah.
Holy shit, these two guys are funny.
Yeah.
And then you get like 40 minutes into the episode and you're like, okay, we're drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few of them that were...
There's some episodes that I've revisited that I can't finish. I'm like, this is bad. Yeah, have you heard of the fucking Rougarou? Holy shit.
It's like the Rougarou is a werewolf, but a swamp wolf.
No way, dude. Swamp cops should go get him. Hands down, my favorite moment of that, it was they do the whole swamp cop bit. We should go get po' boys. Fucking killed me. Let's see, where did I leave off? What do you not want to talk about?
Politics, maybe.
That's my answer, is politics.
Yeah.
I do not want to talk about, let me rephrase, I don't want to talk about modern day politics. If you want to talk about politics from the past or potential for the future, that's on the table. I do not want to talk about current politics because it's too divisive.
Yeah.
Because one way or the other, you're going to alienate half of your audience. And if you've only got 12 fucking people listening, half is a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I've had some people kind of approach me about coming onto the show, and it's like, I already understand your motive. You're very, very politically driven. This is not the platform for that.
Yeah.
This is not the platform for you. You know, if you have like a niche subject, you know, paranormal or UAPs or consciousness, or fucking whatever inside the realm of what we do, absolutely, we can have a conversation. But if you're going to come on and talk about, maybe not talk about, if you're going to come on and show your Trump derangement syndrome, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And so there's just no place for that here, because we don't kind of operate out of that space of bias or hatred, you know, on one side or the other. That's why we don't talk about that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that it's all a show anyways, so...
I mean, there's a reason all the presidents can track their lineage back to one dude.
Yeah.
So it's pretty all fake.
Yeah. Ooh, what advice would you give to a new podcaster?
So much. Don't drink heavily during your show. That's heavily.
Heavily.
Yeah, a couple of beers is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. For one, find your niche. If you get too broad, you kind of get lost in the sauce. The one thing that I've really predicated a lot on is if there's already other people doing it, that's not what you want to do. I don't want to do the same thing everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Not because I have to be different or whatever, because if somebody else is doing it, it's not my path. That's theirs. So that's what I would say is start there. Find what you want to talk about. Find the right people to talk about those things with, and just do your own thing. Don't carbon copy anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say definitely be yourself. Don't create a persona to be on a podcast and have this because no matter what it is, if you try to do that, you're going to have to end up being that person in real life anyways to keep up the charade. But be yourself and have your own opinions. Like, even if it's something that's being presented as a fact, you can say it in your own words or have your own opinions about it or whatever. I think that's more valuable than reading off of a script and saying the same talking points that you can get from 30 other podcasts. Like, anything you can add to the conversation in a new way or a different perspective, I think is valid. And that's what I think that we try to do. Most of the time we just come up with it on the spot, like I said. Well,
and I like that because it's more kinetic. You know, it's moving. It's hard to get a grasp on because it's going so fast. And having those like eureka moments in the moment is much more profound to me than just like, well, I sat and thought about this. Because oftentimes, even if I'm going to propose a theory to you, I try not to chew it down before I propose it. Even if I've already had it in mind before, it's like, I'm going to get like the basic skeletal structure of it, and then I'm going to throw it to you. And then we just keep putting clay on it until we have a formation. Mm-hmm. And I think that's so much more organic, and it's so much more meaningful than just like, and they use the shuttle to carry an ARV to the moon, you know. It's just like, hey, I've got this idea. Hear me out. And then just go from there. It's so much more fun.
Yeah, most of the time, the way that it works is I'll have an idea for an episode, or Dave, you'll have an idea for an episode. And we try not to front load each other with information, just like, this is the topic. Ooh. Most of the times, like, I've either heard about it, you've heard about it, and then, like, we do the research for it independently. And then we come together and try to put the pieces that we've collected together. Yeah,
because it's pretty rare that we even, like, share resources on it.
Yeah.
Like, every once in a while, it's like, dude, check out this podcast.
Yeah.
And pretty much every time that's happened on one side or the other, it's like, this is a meaningful resource.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, oh, I checked out all these different episodes and these different podcasts and these shows. And instead it's kind of like, oh, I watched this one video, and you're like, oh, the fucking old guy, you know, like the Knights Templar one. We ended up watching the same video, but we didn't even know the guy's name.
Yeah.
But we knew it was the same video.
Right.
So therefore we had the same information, but we got it on our own pathway.
Yeah.
Which is more meaningful.
Yeah.
So yeah. What do you dislike about podcasting?
Nothing really. I don't think there is really a downside for me. Like, maybe along that note that you're talking about, how we try not to share or front load each other with stuff. I get excited about certain shit. Mm-hmm. And so I'll like want to send you a bunch of shit. But I'll be like, no, I don't want to like have the same thoughts or same like points that you have. Mm-hmm. And so I'll like try to keep that. And then after we do an episode, then I'll sometimes send you some shit that I was watching that's like, dude, this is fucking crazy. Check this out.
Yeah.
Whereas before we would just send each other the same like shit all the time, and it's like, I got to try to keep it compartmentalized on this side.
Yeah. Because there's times you get like giddy about it.
Yeah.
Like the Steven Spielberg episode, I was like, I think I probably asked you 3 or 4 times, did you watch Disclosure Day yet? Well, and it was like, I really wanted to talk about the movie too, but just like, dude, I'm so fucking amped for this one. But
I watched it twice.
Oh, nice. I've only seen it the once, but I remember it very vividly. But if I had to pick one thing that I really don't like about podcasting as a whole, is that celebrity space has taken over, where it's like the biggest podcasts in the world right now aren't like the Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman, kind of like free thinking, free talking society. It's these celebrity podcasts.
Yeah.
And granted, there's a couple of them that are good, like Mia Balik. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right, but she's like Blossom, yeah. But she's like an actual fucking scientist, and she delves into topics, doesn't talk about like celebrity culture or filmmaking or anything.
She's an actual doctor.
She's an actual fucking doctor.
Is she a neurologist?
I think she's a neuroscientist, yeah. Something like that. But I've listened to a few episodes of hers. Those are pretty good. But like, fucking Amy Poehler does a podcast for 6 months, and then she wins Best Podcast of the Year.
Really?
And all she does is talk to other celebrities about celebrity shit. And it's like
all the shows that are on daytime TV already.
Yeah. Or even to that extent is one I've listened to a little bit that I kind of enjoy is Michael Rosenbaum's Inside Yourself, where he talks to other actors and shit. But that's more of like the filmmaker nerd in me that likes that. But so many of the other ones, it's like, aren't you guys fucking famous enough?
Yeah.
Don't you have enough of an audience that you have to take it from the kind of John Everyman? Because podcast space, I think, belongs to normal people.
Yeah.
But celebrities kind of take it over, and that bothers me. It's like your face is literally on TV. You're in movies and shit like that. Like, can we have this to ourselves without you fucking infecting it?
Yeah.
So, I know it's a little soapbox thing, but it frustrates me.
No, that is a valid point. I think that I was just thinking about, like, I was so narrow-minded, I was just thinking about our podcast. Like, what do I dislike about doing this? Like, nothing really.
The only thing I dislike about when we do it is those days where I got the smooth brain. And I'm just like, I know I studied for this.
Yeah. I've been upping my creatine intake. So supposedly that's supposed to really help cognition.
I ran out the other day, so maybe that was my problem.
Yeah, so I was doing this whole thing, looking at different research about creatine. Go off on a tangent here about creatine. Take fucking creatine, people. So they say 5 milligrams for your muscles and up to 15 more milligrams for your brain.
Oh, wowzers.
Yeah.
So 20 grams in a day?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because...
But they're using higher dosages like 30 milligrams for people with like dementia and Alzheimer's to try to get them more cognitive.
Interesting. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it helps.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, when I have, like, my amino drink in the morning and I put my creatine right in it, I drink that, and I just feel, like, snapped on.
Yeah.
It's, like, better than pounding a Red Bull. But, yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. Creatine's great for you.
Yeah.
Within, like, the health and fitness space, there's two things that always come up. It's protein and it's creatine. And to me, those are the diet. Like, you can still eat pizza and shit like that, but you got to hit your protein and you got to take creatine and get your aminos in, get your vitamins. Because you can, honestly, you can still kind of eat like shit as long as you're giving your body the correct supplemental needs.
Yeah.
Like, you can balance it out.
Most of the time, when I'm keeping all my vitamins and supplements and stuff regular, I don't really have cravings for shitty food.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time, I'll have cravings for, like, a nice cold salad, or, like, a big fucking avocado, or a mango, or, like, just something that's fresh and delightful, instead of like, oh fuck, I want a supersized bag of chips and I'm gonna put some ketchup in them shits.
unless it's tortilla chips and salsa, I think. Well, that's a given no matter what.
Dude, that's all vegetables.
It's all vegetables.
Corn, tomatoes, onions.
Now I want some chips and salsa. So if this were the last episode, what would you say? It's not the last episode, by the way.
I don't know. It's been a wild ride. I would say thank you for providing this opportunity to explore all these topips.
No, thank you. Because without you, there is no show.
Without you, there is no show.
What am I going to do, sit here and talk to the fucking wall? I was actually saying that recently. I was like talking to Stubby about it. Because I was telling him, like, a dream of mine is to make a shitload of money. Like, fuck you, rich. Somehow or another, I haven't figured that part out. But I would start a production company that's going to be the producer of podcasts and indie films and things like that. But I was like, there's only certain people I would hire from like Hexel, people that I know. And I was like, obviously Spencer goes first, because without Spencer, there's no Dave-Inci's code.
Oh.
And it's 50-50 down the middle on profits. So everybody else, you get pennies. But yeah, it's also kind of fun to theorize, like, who would you poach from there? And then who's actually going to come up thinking that you owe them something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was kind of a fun, like, social experiment to run in my mind.
Yeah.
The amount of people I would hire from there is shockingly small.
You know, on one of the last episodes of American Alchemy that I watched, at the end of it, he has a little spot where he talks about he's actually trying to hire editors for his show.
I did hear that. I thought about it. I don't have the skills. Believe me, like, I would love to make every episode much more visually entertaining. I would love to make a lot of the episodes much more documentary style, and then some of them more funny and pop culture reference, kind of like the Garth Brooks one. Like, that one was funny and it was entertaining, and it had some of those like cultural zeitgeist moments, like, ew, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like you could watch that and it would be fun, but some of the other ones, like Knights Templar, I would have loved to have just sat down and edited all this footage in to make it much more of like a short form documentary.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
The skill set is there if I develop it.
I wonder if you could just like tell AI to create a storyboard of images to go along with what we're talking about.
You can if you pay for the good AI.
Yeah.
And that's pricey.
I'm sure.
Because it's like, I looked at a plan to use like the really good one, like they use on the Wi-Files. It's like $200 a month.
Yeah, that's YouTube money.
Yeah, so
I have been enjoying like his little, especially when he does like his ads, and it'll just like be him talking about the ad, but he's like a figure skater or something like that.
The way he pronounces his ads is really good.
Yeah,
it's much better than, I hate to say it, like Joe Rogan, where he's like pimping a product that he clearly doesn't believe in.
Yeah,
but he's just like, well, this is a poor example because he does do AG1, but like AG1 for all your gut health needs, and it feels like a commercial.
all right.
Versus with AJ, it feels like part of the show.
Yeah,
But yeah, you just need to have that fuck you money.
yeah,
I just got to figure out how to get that.
yeah. The haunted escape room.
That's a solid idea.
Oh shit!
Fuck it, dude.
Fuck, sorry, buddy.
It goes in the wash. It's fine. I spilled many a Guinness right over there. So let's see. I think we covered our questions. Let's go back and think of some of our fun moments. And I've got one that still fucking makes me laugh. When we were doing the Manosphere episode, and we were just fucking pounding on all these bullshit alpha male people. And we were talking about, what's the fucking little guy's name? Joey Stacks.
Joey Stacks.
Joey Stacks, and we were making fun of his voice, and I was like, I finally figured out who he sounds like, and I pulled it up on my phone, and it's a clip of Goldar from the Power Rangers, and you fucking lost it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you laugh that hard in so long.
Yeah.
That I was like, I finally got him for a change.
Yeah. That was golden, man. I think that guy actually wears a gold suit, so... no, that was hilarious. And it was the same thing, because I've seen so many of his little videos, and I always thought that his voice is ridiculous. And I still keep seeing videos of his. And it makes me laugh every single time, because I think about that. Yeah, I think that we've had so many of those moments. A lot of them are like short clips now, but there's a lot of them that like you or I both like laugh out loud, real like gut busting laughing.
Mm-hmm.
That you just have to listen to the episodes to catch. Like,
yeah, you got to get the context.
Yeah,
and that's something that's missing within the social media moments, like, because I try to encapsulate something that's like funny or profound or just at least mildly entertaining, that again to try to drive an audience to listening to the episodes, but people only take in that 30-second clip.
Yeah,
but I'm getting a lot more comments on those things lately, and it's like people get mad or butthurt. It's like, dude, you have this much of this picture.
Yeah.
You have a sliver of it. Go listen to the episode, and then if you want to come tell me I'm a piece of shit, that's fine.
Right.
So the social media clips are great. Like, they do a great service, and I do think that has driven some attention into it. But it's like, the fucking episode is so much better than just this one little piece.
Right. That was like a little exclamation point in the middle of this whole fucking paragraph of shit.
It's the trailer.
But I think that whole thing of like trying to make each other laugh, or like most of that stuff is just on the spot shit that we are thinking of, and then we say it. And I don't think that kind of thing can really be scripted.
It can.
And I think that's what's missing from a lot of these other podcasts, is like the realness, or having fun talking about a subject that seems fucking outrageous. And even though it might be some truth behind it, you can still make it outrageous but sound believable, or present it in a way that you're still giving facts but it's still funny. Like,
yeah. And that's what I love about it, because like we've said earlier, is this is a basic conversation between you and I.
Yeah.
If there were no cameras, it would still be the same.
Right.
So that's what makes it so organic and so natural. One of my other favorite things that we've done quite a bit along the way is come up with these like tertiary ideas.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep telling myself I need to go through and listen to the whole catalog and write all these fucking things down, because there's so many that were so good. Like Swamp Cops was a good one. Or, oh fuck. There was another one that we came up with, and it's escaping me. I was just thinking about it just the other day. But yeah, all these like fun little Easter egg things that could become something else in their own right, that we've done for so long, and you don't even think about it until it's brought up in retrospect, and you're like, oh shit,
we were gonna do that.
We need to revisit that. Or god damn it, the Men in Black thing we were talking about. We were gonna be the Men in Black. Shit like that, because there's so much of that would make like solid fucking TV.
Were we recording an episode when we talked about that?
Yeah, we were talking about the Las Vegas backyard alien and the Bayside Mall alien.
For some reason, I wanted, like in my mind, that conversation took place outside.
No, it was right here. I was going to make a clip out of it, but I was like, I don't want to spoil that.
Yeah.
Because if we were going to pursue that idea, I don't want there to be any pre-dedicated evidence.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you are looking for stuff that you want to hijack, there's plenty of stuff in the episodes that we'll probably never touch again, because there's so much.
Just
you got to listen to it. You got to listen.
Give us credit.
Yeah, just give us some royalty checks. We'll be fine with that.
Unless it's really bad, then I don't want to be attached to it. And so I can.
Sometimes really bad is good.
That is true. That is true.
Because something can get like 70 million views, and it's because it's so bad.
Well, I mean, look how many bad movies there are that are getting views because they are bad.
Yeah.
Velocipaster.
Yeah.
Or that fucking Glenn Close movie.
The fuck was that movie called?
I just saw it on Netflix the other day.
Did you ever watch it?
I did watch it. It is so bad.
Yeah.
It is, oh my god, bad.
Yeah. That is like something that is in my mind forever now.
I can smell your nappy little pussy.
Smell your nappy pussy from here. Like, yes. No, it's like I'm at the gym and somebody will walk by. It's not even a woman, just like somebody walks by and they have like an odor to them, and that plays in my mind. I can smell your nappy pussy from here.
It's so cringe, like watching the movie itself, like right off the bat, I could not take it seriously. Because like seeing fucking 75-year-old Glenn Close dressed as this like white old hoochie mama, in a black neighborhood.
Yeah.
And the movie is trying to force upon me that all these dudes want to fuck her. And I'm like, no, they don't.
Yeah. This is already imaginary. It's imaginary.
All of it. No, it's like, it's not even contrivances to make the plot move along. It's just forcing me to believe a narrative that is just not there.
Yeah. And it was totally like the Exorcist scene where Reagan is saying like all this dirty shit to the priest.
Yeah.
It was like, why did they put that in there? Like, and then try to make it sound ghetto it was just like, that was rough.
That movie was so bad.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of glad the title is escaping both of us, because I don't wish that upon anybody.
Just if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a movie about if you've ever seen Demon House from Zach Bagans. It's the family that was in that movie or in that documentary. It's their paranormal story. It's kind of like The Conjuring, but a ghetto version of The Conjuring.
Did you ever think that a full feature-length movie would be less good than a Zach Bagans documentary? It's crazy.
Yeah, skip the movie and just watch Demon House, because the production value is way better. It's way more convincing also.
The acting is slightly better.
The acting is way better. Like, I could hardly tell that he was like not really possessed in that one. Zach Bagans. Most of the time you can tell.
Yeah.
This time.
Because he's just hamming it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I know, like, there's some golden moments that have happened that it's just, I'm not recalling them right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But man, we've had some good ones. We've had a few guests on.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking through there and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Preston, T, Stitch, Gordon, Timmy. That Timmy episode was wild.
Man, that one was a gut punch.
Yeah.
That was one that I was so excited about. I posted it that day. I didn't even wait for Monday.
Yeah.
Because I was like, other people need to hear this. Yeah. T was a different kind of guest. His theories on 9/11 were just so fucking bonkers to me that it's like, between the two towers and then the what is it, building 7 or whatever, the like much smaller building next door, it's like this one was a controlled explosion, but these went down because of the plane. What?
And they're not related in any way. They just took it.
Yeah, and he was dead convinced they were not related.
Yeah.
Like,
so they just saw the planes had hit there, and so they took the opportunity to blow up this other building also in that space of a couple hours.
yeah.
Prove me wrong, bro.
Yeah, there's some of the guests have been winners, some of them have not. Yeg is fun when he's sober.
Yeah.
When he's drunk, he's fucking belligerent.
Yeah.
But it's one thing we love about Yeg.
Yeah. Yeg. Shit, Yeg, Scott, Jessica, Kara.
Yeah, Jessica, Kara. I gotta say, I think Gordon was one of my favorites because it was pretty seamless.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was a guest spot. It just felt like, another appendage.
Mm-hmm.
So that one felt pretty natural.
Yeah. Timmy also in that respect, because I've had a few other conversations with him at work along those lines, just talking about different experiences and theories and stuff like that. So it seemed like it was in the same context of what we do all the time. And so it was, again, we got pretty fucking lit in that one. Like, I remember when he was leaving, I was like, are you sure you can drive? So I'm having a hard time just sitting here.
Who are some guests you would like to have come on?
I don't know, man. Like, I would like to sit down with some of the whistleblowers and just ask them questions. Not even necessarily on an episode, but just to get, like, information that they maybe cannot release publicly.
Yeah.
I would like to sit down in a skiff with the people.
I would like to sit down with them just to put my bullshit meter to work. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to kind of emotionally feel this person out, because I need to see for myself if I believe they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's always so hard when you're watching somebody through a screen. And you think about like a David Grush, and you go, his story is very compelling, but there's a lot of holes in it, in a way. Not saying he's lying or anything, but it's like, you're telling me second or third hand information, but he says it very kind of deadpan. Yeah. He's like a little bit frenetic, but he's very straightforward, and I can't get a beat on the guy. Couple that with like his story not being complete, I go, I don't know if I believe him or not. Yeah. So I would love to just sit in the room with him and like let the energy of the room tell a story. Let my own sense of empathy and all that like kick in, so I could feel for myself if I believe him.
Yeah. I think that could probably also be said about some of the people in the paranormal realm of like Cindy Kaza, or some of these other Chip Coffey. Just to sit down and talk to them as people, even not even talking about necessarily paranormal stuff, just to like have a conversation with them as a person and like their own experiences. I think that would probably further their own cause if people knew who they were personally, more so than just like as this TV persona, as a psychic medium. Just like sitting down and having a real conversation.
I would love that. I would also love to take people like you mentioned, like Cindy Kaza or Chip Coffey, and talk to them about a different subject they're interested in. Right. Like, I know you guys live in this paranormal realm. What do you think about UAPs? What do you think about consciousness? Yeah. What do you think about remote viewing and astral projection? Talk to them about something else they're interested in besides what they're known for. I'm willing to bet there's like a cornucopia of fucking information and opinion there. Yeah. Because it's like, you talk to your average everyday person, and they've got a little piece of this, and a little piece of this, and a little piece of this, but they don't have like a big breadth of knowledge on any one subject. So I'm really interested to talk to people who do have that breadth of knowledge in a subject. Yeah. I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah, I think that going back to what we were talking about earlier, how like all of these things in the paranormal realm seem to be connected by something. But most people, when they think about either ghosts or aliens, it's two separate things. Like if you got a person like Chip Coffey who's connected to this, and this whole thing that we've been going through on like consciousness and aliens being, part of a different sect of this consciousness. Even in like psychedelics, you're looking at like the beings on the other side in this other realm that you're entering in the DMT world. Is that possibly what people are witnessing and saying that they're ghosts or demons or whatever? But it's just connected through consciousness. Mm-hmm. So like talking to somebody like Chip Coffey who has this mediumship and asking him about what he thinks about UAPs, is there a correlation that we've been talking about that connects the two through consciousness. I would assume there probably is, that some of these people who have a deeper connection with it know about, but they're rarely asked about because it's more separated in the public realm of like ghosts and demons or aliens and UAPs and stuff like that. And
it's not like TV friendly for these people who are like psychic mediums to talk about consciousness.
Yeah.
And because it doesn't sell. It's not like there was a man here, he killed people, versus like, hey, let's talk about the depth of consciousness and how we're containers, or like potentially your consciousness going into the slipstream of DMT realm.
Yeah.
And how does that tie into sleep paralysis demons and everything else? Like,
well, even that,
you can't make a show out of that.
You look at like somebody that's talking about a subject like ghosts. Who's the audience that are watching the shows? Like, a lot of them might be like religious people or like people of certain faiths. Mm-hmm. And so them like coming out and saying, yeah, it's consciousness and it's all connected through this whatever, and then it goes against what these other people believe that are fans of theirs, and so now they're not going to watch the show because they don't believe what they just said.
It's divisive.
Right.
Speaking of ghost hunting and paranormal, I'm going to Paracon tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, yeah.
So I was actually asked if I would volunteer to help with stuff, which is cool because now I don't have to buy a ticket. So I'm going to do that, but it's going to kind of allow me to make some connections with some people, like especially kind of ghost hunters within our region. Mm-hmm. Like, let's sit down and talk about these things, but I don't want to pigeonhole the conversation into only paranormal, especially because my views and values on paranormal things don't always align with what's popular.
Yeah.
You know, especially like some of the experiments we've conducted or our theories within the realm of consciousness, or you kind of being able to like placate the energy yourself in a room. So many paranormal investigators just think about it as ghosts,
you
know, lost spirits and things like that. And some of them kind of get narrow, but that's where I think the conversation would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's like, maybe they have a piece of information that we don't, mm-hmm. or an experience or something that would speak volumes to what we're talking about, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's like methodology we could share that each other could try, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking forward to making some connections through that.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I can't make it to that, because that would be really cool.
No, what you're doing is way cooler.
But, yeah. I'm super excited to go and sit on a boat and look at ice.
And drink beer and chill out.
Chill. I am going to take that Hans Holzer book, though, so I can read through that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
At least that one, and maybe finish that Graham Hancock book that I have.
So many fucking books I need to read. It's ridiculous. So yeah, who's a guest you would not want to have on? And why is it David-inci and Stephen Greer?
As soon as I laughed, I knew you knew what I was going to say. Like, David-inci, I already know. We can just play straight from his other 50 podcasts where he says the exact same thing, word for word. Yeah.
Stephen Greer.
For sure.
Because I'm sorry, you're not going to come on my show and tell me to be quiet.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though he might be an alien himself, I don't know. I really think that he might be an alien.
Yeah, from planet egotistical asshole. I try not to hate on the guy. He really has done a lot for disclosure and things like that. Probably even more so than most anybody else in that field. I'm being real. But it's just his arrogance is too much. Like, there should not be a gatekeeper for everything. There should not be one figurehead within the greater realm of disclosure, because if you're operating under the principle that everybody deserves this knowledge, everybody has a right to know, why do you get to be the only person who gets to be the dealer of information?
Especially when it seems like all the information has been so separated. Why do you think that you have all of the knowledge?
Yeah, and just the way he kind of like portrays himself as the purveyor of knowledge. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, a lot of people have a different piece of the puzzle. You're not the only guy. And I get it, you're mad at bad actors and the government and lost technologies and everything else that you're involved with, but just tone your ego down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I could sit and talk to him.
Yeah, I don't yeah, I don't think that would go very well. Plus he's like super monotone, and I would have a hard time staying awake.
There actually is one internet alpha male I would love to do a podcast with. Old Ben Azule. He's a fucking character. But I would only want to sit down and do a podcast because I'd let him tell one of his bullshit stories and then immediately would call him out. Like, I was in counterterrorism for 10 years. No, you weren't. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know if I know who that is.
Dude, he is the most fucking comic book character of all the alpha males. I don't even watch any of the shit from the other ones anymore, but I watch his because I'm like, what lie is this idiot going to tell now?
Speaking of alpha males, I saw the old Tate brothers got extradited.
Yep. Between them and old Wes Watson's going to prison.
Weird.
Crazy.
Weird.
It's kind of like these are bad people.
Yeah. No, wait, no, they're super inspirational.
Mega inspirational.
You can tell by their muscles.
Did you see the outfit that old fucking Andrew Tate was wearing when he got arrested?
No.
This is the cringiest shit you've ever seen. He's wearing like these slacks that come up to here, so they're like capris, and loafers with no socks, and he's wearing like a purple shirt that's buttoned way down. Like, are you...
You know you're going to prison, right? In a different country.
You woke up and decided that's what you were going to wear today, huh? Raided your mom's fucking closet, huh? Jesus. But you're the alpha male. Okay.
Alpha males don't need all of the pants. They just need 3/4 of them.
Yeah.
And that's enough.
It looks like a fucking villain from Miami Vice or some shit. It's so bad. I'll have to show you a picture or something. It'll make you laugh.
How alpha can you be in Clam Diggers?
Clam Diggers, that's good. You need to look like, you're from the Tom Sawyer or Huck Finn days. Worried about walking in mud.
Well...
So I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I think we did solve something. There was something in there that we solved.
We solved that we're in this for another, 1,000 episodes or better.
Yeah.
I mean, 100's just the start.
100 is the test of, are you going to keep doing it?
I think so. I was kind of looking at some statistics, and most podcasts don't make it past, I think it was 50% don't make it past 3 episodes, and then most of them fizzle out within a year or two. It's pretty rare that a podcast goes more than 5 years. And I think about that, and I go, man, we're about to finish year 3.
Yeah.
So maybe when we get to 5, we'll just fucking take off.
Yeah, there'll be so many episodes out there and so many social media clips that everybody's just bombarded with Dave-inci Code shit.
They're either going to love it or they're going to fucking hate it.
I can't wait.
They're like, look at these 2 misogynist Nazi motherfuckers.
These fucking Nazi cocksuckers.
Yeah. I have a little note on there, gratitude, because I want to express gratitude for everybody who has listened and paid attention. Thank you.
Yes.
Can't do it without you guys watching.
Yeah.
Actually, we can. That's what we've been talking about.
We've been doing it for almost 3 years now. No, yeah. Gratitude for the opportunity, and people that have, people come up to me at work and say they enjoy all the clips, and it's like, oh, thanks, yeah, we're pretty dumb.
It's the weirdest, micro celebrity factor that, because it hits you, you know, people come up and talk to you about it, and it takes me a second to register what they're even talking about.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I really love your podcast. I'm like, I do a podcast? Oh, that thing, yeah.
Well, they'll, like, people will say, oh, man, I just saw that clip they got posted today. That's hilarious. I'm like, what was it? Like, what clip? Oh, yeah, wait, what? What did I say?
Dude, that's actually one of my favorite parts about doing the editing is, like, when there's a video that I could just harvest a bunch of good clips out of. The America video was a fucking gold mine. But that's also kind of like mired some controversy where people took some things out of context or got mad about some shit.
You talking about Vic?
Oh, that fucking guy? Holy shit. Somebody needs to give that man a hug. No, so I had posted one clip about talking about the culture shock from an American's perspective that other places don't have Walmart or Buc-ee's or whatever, and because that is part of our culture, it's part of our zeitgeist, and just basically saying, like, it's something I didn't think about. And there were some Europeans across different platforms who wanted to beat me up about it, like, yeah, nobody cares about your junk shit, you know, you don't have free healthcare. I'm like, hey, fuck you, buddy. Why don't you pay attention to what I was actually saying? It's a culture shock because we're not used to it. Yeah. Like, we're not saying your culture is bad or ours is better. It's just different.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole conversation that we were having was like seeing these people that are coming to America for the first time and then recognizing these things that we have that we as Americans take for granted. And so we don't even think about them as being cultural things, but to them it is because it's so much different from what they're used to. And we as Americans just take no mind to it. Like, we just... I think in the episode we even talked about how, like, I fucking hate going to Walmart.
Yeah.
But other people are so amazed, like, that come from another country and like, dude, you can go to Walmart and get fucking anything. And it's amazing. And, like, I'm like, shit, I would rather cut off my big toe than fucking go to Walmart in the middle of the day. But, yeah. So taking out of context... Like, you just have to watch the episode. You have to, watch the whole thing to understand what it is that we're actually saying about the thing that we're talking about in this little short clip.
Yeah, that and just applying a little bit of your thinking meat to go, this is not what I think it is at a glance.
Yeah.
Let me actually listen to what this person's saying before I just get on the keyboard and make myself look stupid, you know?
They're probably, like, taking a shit and, like, scrolling... Hey, fuck this guy!
Look at this arsehole!
That's so weird.
People are so weird, and so many other things get taken out of context, but it's like, again, just go listen to the fucking episode. You would get it. Believe me, we explain it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the clip, and then you sent me a message, like, did you see this comment? And I was like, what? And then I went and looked at it, and I was like, that's pretty hilarious.
Bro is unhinged.
Yeah.
Like, something happened to that man somewhere down the line. Talking about how it's like our overlords are controlling us because we don't pollute. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah. That's why I posted, whoa, that guy was cool.
I read it in the Beavis and Butthead tone too. Oh, that guy was cool. So yeah, man, I think we can tie it all back. We got some stuff to revisit. We've got a lot of episodes going forward.
Yeah. That
list of different topics is ever growing. Mm-hmm. Because the universe is fucking strange.
The universe is expanding, and so is our minds at the same time. Our consciousness grows every day.
Day.
Or it should, at least. If you're open to it, it can.
It can, and it should.
Yeah.
So, I think we could pull it there. Doctor, thanks for listening.
Bye.